welcome back to the channel. It's much later in the day now. We had our midwife appointment. Okay. We had our midwife appointment this morning and it went really well. It's so nice. I know I've talked about this before, but I love midwife-led prenatal care so much because of several reasons, but it's just nice that it's way more personalized than the traditional OB care. They really know our whole family. They interact with our daughter, they know our dogs, and my husband gets to be really involved. So we took our vitals, we just talked about things like nutrition, which is really great because they have a lot of knowledge on nutrition and holistic health. So even just talking about raw milk or natural sugars instead of processed sugars. I made coffee, I roasted a local bean, and we had it with raw caramel milk and raw coconut sugar, and it's just nice because they understand that and appreciate it. And then we took baby's vitals. I have some lab work scheduled for next week, so just going to see where I'm at with everything, but I'm feeling really great, so I'm really grateful for that. And just getting to have my daughter involved too. She got to hear her baby sibling's heartbeat, and that's just really what I feel like prenatal care is about, just having your whole family involved. We talked about setting up our room for our home birth and where we're gonna put everything. I didn't have a water birth for my first birth, and I'm not super like committed to like, oh, I really want a home birth. I thought I was gonna give birth in the water, but we had a bathtub in our old house in Tampa. My husband filled it up and I was in there for maybe 5 minutes, and then I got out and ended up having our daughter right on in our bed because I wasn't comfortable in the water. But we're still gonna try it to see if it's before the transition, if I want to lay in it in early labor or at some point in active labor, who knows, but just having that option. So we scoped out where we should put it and very excited for that. So that's going to be an option. And JJ, yun ang gusto mo? Okay, daga baby. So yeah, very excited about everything. I always feel really great and just energized after having our midwife appointments and having that time and conversation. And then we took a nap. We took a big nap, and we also watched House of the Dragon because season 2 came out. We had like a little watch party. We had some burgers and some snacks. It was really good. So yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said, I have lab work that's scheduled for next week, plus doing a glucose test, but I'm not doing the traditional like corn syrup glucose drink. I'm doing a blood test, which is really nice because that's also something that we talked about with our birth team, and having that option. I don't know why in traditional medicine they don't offer you alternatives, because who wants to drink like a corn syrupy drink, especially like when you're pregnant? It's not that great. But yeah, it's been really nice. I know I talk about this often too, but just especially in this season when we're well into our 3rd trimester, just really prioritizing rituals over strict routines. And that's really important for us because I found, especially with having our toddler, the pressure to keep up with the routine is just more stress inducing, and just making sure that we keep up with our rituals that make us feel good and make sure that we're taken care of. So things like making sure that we're eating nutritious meals, getting adequate sleep and rest, JJ, getting adequate rest and sleep, having play, even unstructured play, and just reading, and prioritizing just connecting with each other versus like having a bunch of activities or doing things like kid-specific activities. I think it's really nice when we get to do things together, even just like housework. Sometimes I'll have my daughter help me with like pouring in strawberries into the cup for smoothies, or putting things away into the fridge. So just little moments of connection and not stressing kid specific activities, or too much structure and routine. Just really going with the flow and what is important for our family. And my daughter's talking about JJ, so we're going to play now. Also, I'm sorry, I just realized some of those clips were blurry because my daughter's playing with the camera, so I think she touched the lens. Eva. Anywho, another thing that we talked about that I'm very proud of is being able to sustain my daughter while pregnant and still nursing now, because okay, during the second trimester it did hurt a little bit. It was a little uncomfortable, and it was more uncomfortable during my second trimester than when she was a newborn and we were still figuring out. So that was a little bit uncomfortable during the second trimester, and that's also like, say you're pregnant and breastfeeding around your second trimester is when your milk supply drops a little bit, so that can also explain why it gets uncomfortable around that time. But I'm proud that we stuck it out. We're well into the third trimester now. She's still nursing and we're doing great. Our next hurdle is going to be figuring out tandem feeding when the baby is here, and I'm sure everyone will be fine and we'll figure it out. But I'm very excited for that next journey, and I'm proud of us for still going at this point. Should we more hi? Hi. Hi.